he's been light years different.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
Oh yeah.
He's
He's
amazing.
a really great dude. Just, you know.
He got to understand, know me as just being another part of the people downstairs that are in his life every day. It was just a blessing that he, took to me enough to trust me with my camera.
大谷翔平選手が死球を受けたパドレス戦の後、皆を和ますために自らの死球の画像を SNS に更新したのが話題となりましたが、この秀逸な画像を撮影し、大谷に送ったのがドジャース専属カメラマン、スーフー氏でした。スーフー氏がその際の大谷のリアクションを語りました。また、別の対談番組で大谷とその取り巻く環境の凄さ、大谷との絆を語ったので訳しました。
He laughed at it. And then I sent him the other two after, because there's one that's here, and there's one here, and there's one here, and each facial expression is different. So I sent all three to him, and he was like laughing at them all. I know. It changes every day because there's another photo of him every day. So I'm giving the Japanese audience quite a selection to choose from. So let them decide what the ones they like the most.
I usually go out about 3 o'clock or so, 4 o'clock or so for the early, the visitors that are the VIPs of like whoever invited the person to come, a player invited them, or sponsors to come down and they take photographs of the players. And so I'm there to do that. So about 4 o'clock or so, then they come out for batting practice, and next thing you know, it leads into the game. And I'll usually start right next to Doc inside the photo well coaches area, which is right inside third base. And from there, I'll just depend on who's pitching, right-hander, left-hander. If there's anything coming up that I want to get that's different, or Shohei's coming up around the corner again, and every time he comes up, it's something crazy with him. But it's like I want to be somewhere different, at all times. I have another photographer shooting on the first base side that I can, because of that person being over there, I could go move around more. So you'll sometimes see me one inning in right field, you'll see me in the center field, you'll see me left field, or you'll see me on the tower. I just want to move around because I got to keep it fresh. And there are 81 home games to get to, and keeping it fresh is not easy to do. Poor Andy had to deal with that every basketball game. He's sitting in the same spot every game, and he's got all the remotes going at the same time. It's like, I lose my mind if I had to do that just one spot all the time. Right. So I'll move myself around the stadium as much as possible. And I'm no spring chicken, so I kind of, I'm kind of your age, but I'm not anymore.
Not anymore, right?
I'm not anymore. And I'm probably, we're close to age. It's like, you're in shape. I'm not in shape. I'm only in shape. I walk around Dodger Stadium. By the ninth inning, I'm just spent.
Interesting. You brought up a name that we want to talk about real quick, Shohei Ohtani. I mean, how did you feel? I guess this is kind of a two-part question, John. How did you feel when the Dodgers signed him? And from that point on, signing the best player in baseball. I mean, I've never seen nobody
hands down
like this dude. And it was crazy the amount of money they gave him when I heard about it. And I'm like, they got him cheap. To be honest with you, what he's been able to do, they got him cheap and deferred, like you said. Yeah. So I know your responsibilities probably changed a little bit as far as taking pictures, but I guess that's part of the question with Shohei coming. How was it? Number one, hearing the news he was coming, and number two, the amount of pictures that you had to take of him.
Well, it kind of changed my whole kind of dynamic in that I pretty much have to handle the photographers of other entities that come to shoot in our wells, because there's very limited, photo well spots. Kind of like at the basketball games. There's only so many spots that are, there available to shoot from, but I am responsible for putting the photographers from wherever they are into, the different assigned positions. And with the American media, the newspapers and the wire services, they already have their spots that are kind of like allocated. But now you had another flood of, maybe, 10 different Japanese agencies that are sending their photographers over from Japan to cover their guy. And I need to be as accommodating as possible for getting them someplace to shoot from. And it's been interesting because they're very polite. They're very, they follow the rules. It's very wonderful to work for, but there's only so much space in the dugout photo wells. I mean, we're in the dugout. We're not outside the dugout with a bunch of space, because those are very valuable, real estate for season tickets. Yeah. And so we're in the dugout, and there's only so many spots in there with TV cameras and all social medias of the league, of the teams. there are very few spots, and the TV has dictated a lot of what goes on there. So I have to be the negotiator to get, you know, the photographers, still photographers, space to shoot from. And so it's kind of a hard thing to work with, but they've been very, you know, we've had some outfield spots open up that have been, you know, right over the wall that are, you know, very awesome to shoot from. So they kind of get used to all the different variables that I'm dealing with, but, you know, I'm glad he still came to the Dodgers instead of somewhere else. He's been light years different.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Oh yeah,
he's
a great, really great dude. Just, you know, the English part just kind of got me all off.
And he's bigger than I think a lot of people think.
Yeah, he's big.
He's not small.
No.
I mean, he's good size. He's 6'4", 6'5", and can run.
Yeah.
I mean, stealing bases and things of that. I mean, this guy is a generational player. I mean, you won't see somebody of that talent.
And he's such a nice guy. I mean, he's such a good dude.
and we get to see him pitch this year.
Yes.
So
looking forward to that too.
So World Series, Freddie Freeman. Oh my goodness. He hits the home run. He hits the home run. Dodger fans will never forget it. Who captured that shot? Did you capture that photo when he hit that? And literally, what was going through your mind when the ball left?
Well, first off, I was actually in center field to start. I mean,
back in the days and to this day, you know, till this day as well, to photograph.
Justin Turner is.
I love JT.
He's one of the best dudes on the planet. That's my guy. And so, the thing about JT, he was the first one to invite me to a wedding. One of the first player to invite me to his wedding and asked me not to bring a camera.
I was about to say, was he asking you to work or was he asking?
No, that's everybody. That's everybody else. That's everybody else that wants me to come to the wedding. Right. Oh, by the way, just give me your camera. Yeah, sure. No, JT's the first one. JT and Corny, first one to say, nope, leave your camera at home. So, you know, I was losing my mind. You know, I didn't drink. I didn't have a girlfriend at the time. I'm like, what am I supposed to do here?
Right.
So, yeah, no, he's just one of the most superhuman beings out there. And so,
agree.
But I mean, the Dodgers have been known for having really good people in there. And so he's just easily tops.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's a short list.
You'll know when he plays in your golf tournament, or are you playing his golf tournament?
Yeah, I've played in his golf tournament a couple of times. I love JT. I mean,
the biggest storyline, I mean, definitely a year ago, was the Dodgers adding this fella by the name of Shohei Ohtani. You got a front row seat to another historic season you could add to your ledger. What can you tell us about, you know, having that front row seat to Shohei Ohtani's 50-50 season and his first season in Dodger Blue?
It's been incredible. He's an incredible young man, and it's the joy to be around him all the time. And, you know, it took some time to build that trust between, you know, I know how cameras are reacted to whenever they're in people's faces, and especially players, and especially when you're getting to know new people. That's why spring training is so valuable. But, you know, as he got to understand, know me as just being another part of the people downstairs that are in his life every day, it was just a blessing that he, you know, took to me enough to trust me with my camera.